there's been a lot of speculation about Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and what's going to happen at the Super Bowl. You guys remember Vivek Ramaswamy's conspiracy that it's all staged, it's all rigged, and they're going to make it so that the Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl, and then right after, you're going to have Travis Kelce is going to propose to Taylor Swift, and then they're going to endorse Joe Biden. And this is something that I guess, in theory, these people are afraid of. That like, oh man, that could really swing the election if it unfolds like that. Well, guess what? The Kansas City Chiefs did win the Super Bowl. It was in a very exciting fashion. By the way, Brandon came out and said, just as we drew it up, he tweeted that. I'm sure that's going to that's going to create a lot of paranoid schizophrenics. Some of the people on the right who read that are not going to be okay. They're not going to be okay. But there was no proposal. And they didn't come out and endorse Joe Biden. Shocker. Vivek's theory was wrong. But it looks like a lot of this talk about Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift, there's a lot of speculation. Oh my God, is Taylor Swift going to endorse Biden again? Apparently she did last time. She hasn't done it yet this time. She's vaguely, like barely kind of involved in politics. She wanted people to like sign up for voting, and it got a bunch of people to sign up. But she doesn't say that much political stuff. But there's a lot of speculation from the right, and then the mainstream media feeds into it too. What's she gonna do? Oh, I really care about what Taylor Swift says. I mean, look, she's the number one pop star in the world at this point. But how much does that actually matter? How much does that actually cross over into politics? I don't know. I mean, we saw what happened in 2016 when every celebrity under the sun lined up behind Hillary Clinton, and it didn't work, right? It didn't work. So I'm a skeptic in terms of how much of an impact that has. But having said all that, there is somebody who is very concerned about what Taylor Swift will do moving forward and seemingly has been thinking about it quite a bit. That person's name is Donald J. Trump. Okay? So he comes out and says the following: I signed and was responsible for the Music Modernization Act for Taylor Swift and all other musical artists. Joe Biden didn't do anything for Taylor and never will. There's no way she could endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of our country, and be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. Besides that, I like her boyfriend, Travis, even though he may be a liberal and probably can't stand me. So look, to be fair to Trump, I think he's a lot smarter than his followers. I do. Because he is, they just want to do like holy war. They declare jihad against Taylor Swift, the world's number one pop star. Charlie Kirk went on a deranged rant about how she's ruining girls and women, and she's a terrible person, and Jack Posobiec is feeding into the conspiracy theories and saying, oh yeah, well, you have Taylor Swift, we have Ted Nugent and John Voight and Kid Rock. All right, good luck with that. Good luck with them. I'm sure that's gonna work out great for you. But the mode of other Republicans, Trump supporters, has been attack, go after her, we hate her, smear her, be a dick to her, so on and so forth. Trump is at least trying to do the, hey, just so you know, I hooked you up. I signed this piece of legislation. It helped you. I'm just saying, it helped you. Biden didn't sign that. I signed that. And by the way, I'm just saying, I kind of like you. I like you. I know you might not like me. I know Travis, he might not like me, but I'm just saying, I kind of like, so I think he's smarter than a lot of his supporters are. But having said that, God, this is so sad. The fact that he would waste any time to worry about Taylor Swift maybe endorsing Joe Biden. I just told you, in 2016, every celebrity endorsed Hillary Clinton, and it didn't matter. You think it's really going to swing the election? No. The reality is, and I told you guys this before, it's not that a Taylor Swift endorsement would swing the election to Biden or get a lot of votes for Biden. I don't think that would be the thing. The thing that actually would hurt Republicans and Trump is having a sustained campaign from the right exposing themselves as colossal weirdos by viciously and in an over-the-top way going after Taylor Swift. Because then people will look at a sustained campaign of hatred against Taylor Swift and be like, what is wrong with these people? Why are they so weird? Why are they so strange? Why do they freak out over everything? Why are they making a mountain out of a molehill? Why do they give a shit what this woman does? So, but the fact, here's the main point, though. The fact that Trump, he clearly thinks about this. Like, okay, Trump is a guy where, I mean, like, he ran a good campaign against Hillary in 2016, for example, but in his heart of hearts, he wishes he was Hillary Clinton. Why do I say that? Because she's accepted by the elites. She's accepted by the Hollywood types and the A-list celebrities and the people who've, reached the top of movies and TV and music and, all the cultural powerhouse arenas. And that's all Trump has wanted his entire life, is acceptance from the in crowd. That's all he's wanted. He wants the Hollywood elites to love him. He wants the people who make the music and the TV shows and the movies. He wants them to love him. He wants the financial elites to love him. He postures like he doesn't. Oh, he does. And, he's had to play this role of like, actually, I'm against the establishment and I'm against the deep state and I'm against the elites. He's doing that knowing damn well in his heart of hearts, he would lose it. He would be overjoyed if Taylor Swift came out and endorsed him. He would be giddy. He would be like a kid on Christmas morning if that were to happen. And so I find it's a very bizarre case, the way Trump approaches these things. Because there's no doubt he wants to be beloved by the financial elites and the Hollywood elites and all the kind of elites you can imagine. But he's not loved by them. And that drives him crazy. So he's actually thinking about this. This is a guy who's facing 91 criminal charges, 4 indictments, right? He's hanging on to freedom by a frickin' just a tiny thread. And he's out there thinking, what about Taylor Swift? I'd love to get Taylor Swift. I'm going to be nice to Taylor. Maybe Taylor will actually come to me. Taylor, you can't endorse Biden. He's crooked. Hey, I signed the thing for you, Taylor. I signed that thing for you. Remember, I signed that for you. So, I don't know. It's fascinating. But again, I think he's smarter than his followers. His followers are like, we're just going to do holy war against Taylor Swift. We're going to smear her. We're going to disrespect her. We're going to negatively polarize ourselves against not only the number one pop star in the world, but also against football. All right, good luck with that. You want to take on football and the number one pop star in your culture war? By all means, give it your best shot. But, when I read this, I see a guy who's desperate for acceptance from the A-list elites. That's what I see. And it's kind of hilarious and ironic that his own supporters have twisted it in the sense that they think, oh no, he stands up to the elites. Whether it be financial elites, Hollywood elites, he stands up, he fights them. He's with us. He would dump all y'all in a second to get that love and adoration of the people with more money and more power and more cultural cachet. That's who he is. That's who he is. It is very clear. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.